Now, if you live in Florida, you know we lead the nation in a lot of things, like crazy people, but we're not perfect. Not by a long shot. So in this video, I'm going over a list of things that we are doing worse than throughout the whole country. And these are going off numbers from 2024. But look, don't worry. I did some digging. Let's get into it. All right, first up, we are the worst state to live in, all right, financially. To be comfortable, family of five, something like that, in Florida, you literally need a boatload of money. The problem is the cost of living is just way too high in Florida, all right? Everything's jacked up. And for someone to buy a home, these houses, brand new, let's say it's brand new, all right? You spending $300,000-$400,000 on a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And another thing, not just in Florida, but throughout the United States, they set a record for home buying. In 2024, it's the lowest home buying year that they've seen in real estate in over 30 years. All right? People are not buying homes. Also, it is very hard for the everyday Floridian to buy land. And the reason is that big developing companies, they're coming in and buying up acres of land to put developments. So what that does is you now got to battle with some big millionaire corporation over land if you want to do something like this. And let's say you live on the, Florida coast, which we got a lot of, okay? We have 1,350 miles of coastline, and that ain't including the islands. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you buy some beachfront property, everything around you is going to be high. You know why? Tourists. All right, next up, we're coming in last here in Florida with dating, all right? If you're in the dating scene, Florida ain't the place to be. It might not work out for you. Now, I know y'all probably like, why? Reason number one, okay? Y'all know we got a lot of, Looney Tunes out here in Florida, but there's not a lot of mental health providers in Florida, and I'm not really getting the connection with that got to do with dating, but that's one of the reasons why relationships don't work out. People just ain't mentally stable. And I'm guessing that with it being not enough mental, health providers, that they ain't got nobody to talk to. But they got like plenty of apps and stuff out there that you could. I don't really understand this one, but this is literally the first thing that comes up when you're researching this. Also, and I'm gonna be real, this one threw me for a loop, but there's a high percentage of Floridians that engage, all right, in sociopathic politics. I don't even know what that is. Now, what I get out of that is one person really got some really, really strong views, political views, and the other person probably just really don't care, all right? And, the one person probably like, we should do this, this, and this because this is America, and this person probably like, man, I'm just trying to chill. Get me some tea. Eat a croissant, something. You sitting there talking about politics. I'm trying to get to know you, bruh. This ain't gonna work out. Now, the last reason, all right, that, dating isn't really going too well here is because of scammers, all right? Now, I don't know what level of scamming that you got to be on to scam somebody that you dating. Because I get catfishing, off rip scamming. You ain't even the person that you said you was. But if you in a relationship with somebody, how you scam the person you with? Just, y'all follow me for a second, all right? Now, I get the normal scamming, all right? Take some credit cards, scratch off the numbers, change the number. That's normal Florida stuff. But let's say girl right here from Florida, all right? And she can't find love. All the guys are icky. So she decides to get on an app and find love abroad. So she running the old bruh. Everything's good. They're talking. They're having good conversations. But one day he start asking for money, and she sends it. Then she sends it again. Now she's selling her house, her 2 dogs. She ain't got no car now. She taking the bus to work. Feel me? And bro over there living lavish. That's the kind of scamming I'm talking about. All right, last but not least, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to ruffle some feathers with this story, but I also have to say that this is Florida. Now, Florida is one of the worst state when it comes down to political climate. Now, I was a little confused about what political climate was, all right? So I'm going to try to explain it to y'all the best way I can. Now, what all that means is everything that got to do with politics inside of Florida, the atmosphere of it, everything, all right? From the governor down to all the, chairmen and the seats and all of that, everything. We rank the worst in that. Understand that. Now, the reason that is, okay, it starts all the way from the head of government all the way down to the people that sprinkle down into your cities, all right, to your own city. And this is not a Republican or Democrat thing. This is everything political. I just want to mention that. Also, the state of Florida, we have some really interesting voting laws, all right? And it's really disturbing, to be honest with you. And I didn't know any of this. I literally found this out today. Now, in 2018, the state of Florida approved the voting registration amendment, all right? And what that is that if you had any small crime in the past, it was certain charges that you would have where you weren't able to vote, all right? But after 2018, you were now able to vote. But if you owed money, all right, on those crimes, like any court cost, it could be $1, all right? If you register to vote and you actually go down and vote, it's illegal and you can get arrested. So back in 2020, a guy goes down to vote, all right? And they let him vote, do his thing. But later on, they come to find out that he owed money, all right, from a charge that he had a few years ago. And they ended up arresting him and taking him to jail. But bro was like, I paid my fees and I don't know anything about it. But this is some interesting facts that I'm about to tell y'all. Y'all got to listen to this. So 79% of Floridians with past convictions didn't know they had money. Oh, 79%. This in 2020. At least $500 in fines. These people had no clue, and all of these people voted. So that's 79% of voters, Floridians, who maybe got arrested for something, all right? And they had a little bit of money on there. And if you came down here and voted, your vote did not count. And the thing is people don't even know if their vote counted or not. You got to go check. Now, see, Ron Desantis, he signs in a bill, all right? Because he saw like a loophole in this whole thing. He was like, look, people still voting and they still able to vote. I don't want these people to vote. Hey, but the government said they can vote. I don't care. So we going to sign this bill to make sure that specific people still aren't able to vote. Now, that bill is the Senate Bill 7066, all right? And it keeps people from regaining, all right, their voting rights if they owe money on any kind of felony charge, okay? And that's the case of the guy with Kelvin Bolton. That's the guy that got arrested for voting. Now, Floridians are protesting. And like I said, this is not a Republican or Democratic thing. Republicans are even, pushing back against this with Desantis because it's too close to, making people pay to vote. It's just way too close when people have been given the right again to vote without any static. So when you put in a bill, it just makes it that much harder for certain people to vote. Also, one more thing before I get out of here, all right? Republicans are starting to clap back at Desantis, his own team, all right? Because they do not agree with his ideas for this whole ICE and immigration thing, all right? They're not signing off on things, all right? And it's creating a little bit of static. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be added to our whole political climate thing. Now, look, I am not a political person, all right? We all know that. All right, I do all things Florida, and I'm just giving y'all the juice. All right, so if I ruffled your feathers a little bit, I'm sorry. Tell me about it in the comments. I don't know, but the more you know.